What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about 277 lovely dollars of very thin, very light, probably pretty porous foam from race ramps. Yeah, are they race ramps? So it's these are called Flatstoppers. I'll put a link in the description. I had these ordered and they've been sitting here. My buddy Workplay Drive actually did a video which was pretty awesome because it just reaffirmed my decision to purchase these. So basically the premise of this product is that my Hawk is not a daily driver at the moment, maybe not ever again, so it does sit. While it sits, especially with a type of tire like a Nitto, Mickey Thompson, or anything that's a little bit more aggressive and performance oriented, it will develop some flat spots. And when you go to drive, when you got these flat spots, what ends up happening is the first, I don't know, 10, 15 miles, the first possibly 10 to 20 minutes, depending on the temperature outside, until your tires heat up, you're going to be feeling kind of like you got a bent rim. For someone like me with OCD, not a good look. Not a good look. I am trying to figure out how I'm going to do this, because I do back the Hawk in here. It's extremely loud. Now you're talking about having to set these ramps up, so I'm going to have to figure out where they're going to go, and then trial and error it, I guess. Possibly put chalk lines on the ground once I figure out where I can get them, and then just try to do my best to back in. It's going to be a pain in the ass, but it is what it is. As far as testing it goes, I'm probably not going to be driving this Hawk for the next couple days, maybe up to a week. My problem is I can't let him sit for too long. So, because the E85, let's just talk about the truth here. E85 cars, I really want to start the car, pull it out, whatever. So we're going to see how long I can actually go, and then I'll do a quick test drive. I'll let you know my opinion. I do have a heavy vehicle. I do have pretty aggressive tires. So we'll see if this is going to live up to its name, its birthright here. But basically the whole idea is going to be, I'm going to put these down at some point, like that, and then I'm gonna just drive onto it. I don't know if it's gonna, see, this is what I'm afraid of, is that it's gonna move. I don't know how I'm gonna maybe affix these to the ground, maybe some kind of, you know, those like a silicone type thing that everything sticks to. Like if I put that on the ground, it's not like a double-sided tape, but something that like can move if I pull it hard. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna think of something, maybe some kind of double-sided duct tape type thing, like a strong double-sided tape. I don't know. We're gonna figure something out. But what I'm gonna try to do, what I'm gonna attempt to do, probably fail at doing, is back this in, get close enough, and then try to hop out, put these flat stops on behind the tires, and then back up the rest of the way. I don't know how this is gonna, I really don't know how this is gonna go. Really should have a second person here doing this for the first time, but I don't have friends, so this is what's gonna happen. So we're gonna give it a go. Okay, so I would say for my first time doing anything like this, I nailed it pretty good. They're firmly on there. I don't know if you can even see under there. The whole tire's on. I did have to get the widest ramps, and I'm glad I did, but they weren't necessary, so technically I could center these better next time. So I'm hanging over a little bit, but they went on easy. It's just tough. It's just tough because I don't have, you know, the perfect parking position. I guess this would be good, so I could technically chalk these. I could technically chalk these up and be solid. So, but like I said, I park pretty legit close to things. There's more race ramps when it's time to work on stuff. I stick with brands that work, so that's just the way I roll. I will give you an update before this video ends, so we're going to cut to that in a second. But based on what Mr. Workplay Drive, who is a valued opinion in my book, he says that he drove and he didn't have any issues. I believe him. I have a feeling it'll be the same way. Now, again, like I just said, I probably drive my Hawk more than he drives his Hellcat. I am flex fuel, but I have not had 93 in this vehicle for months and months and months and months and months, and I really don't plan on that because that is a fuel for less power. So no, we'll see how this goes. Should be good. Check it out right now. You're gonna learn. Here we go. You know what's funny? This is my ride height, and it's kind of funny. I forgot I'm on air suspension, so why am I not gonna air out on this bad boy? So we're gonna do that real quick just to see what happens. Why not, right? We're just gonna see what happens. We're just gonna see what happens. Whoa. Whoa. Aired out on Flatstoppers. Is that gonna be like the title of this video? Oh shit. Alright. Well, obviously, you know, for storage wise, I probably wouldn't leave it aired out because I want the maximum contact, blah blah blah. So I probably will raise that up a smidge, but it does look damn cool. It does look pretty damn cool, and I'm not biased. Looks good. Alright, so on to my review. Okay guys, it is about 6 days later, 5-6 days later. We are still very much on these Flatstoppers, but that is about to change. And to top it all off, I don't know if you can hear that little breeze that just came in and smacked me in the face. It is so flippin' cold outside, unbelievably cold outside. So this is gonna be like an extra cold little situation. And we've been sitting. Look at those tux mats. Look at that steering wheel. Usually the very cold concrete gives us some kind of extra effect on my tires, because it's just sitting here, and you know, cold likes to do some fun stuff to tires. Just in case you're wondering how cold it is right now, it is pretty cold. Like it says, feels like it's 29. I'd believe it. So now, mind you, I have a nice light on here. I'll possibly post about that later, but I've got a lovely light that you'll probably see a notice on in a second. There we go. My TPMS on one of the tires decided to take a SHIT. That's totally fine. What are you gonna do? Okay. First thing I do when I get in, I adjust that, and as you can hear, it's refilling. So as you heard, it was refilling my tanks a little bit. But let's start it. It's very cold, so I'm just gonna do it. My sister-in-law is downstairs. Sorry. Now we're just gonna idle in the front because I've got a cranky girl, okay? I've got a cranky girl that needs to idle. And I don't usually drive this baby. So now, this is a totally transparent channel, like I said, but when you're driving off of these ramps, I guess some people could just, I guess, slide them out after they pull off a little bit, but I had to go straight over. I'm gonna have to do a video for my own reference just to see what that would look like, but I guess it was fine. I went over the second, so my rear tires went over, like this, over the front Flatstoppers, and you know, wasn't a big deal, seemed fine, but just be aware of that. I forgot all about that because I'm a complete moron. But yeah, I went all the way over that. On the tires a little bit where it was sitting. It's not bad. It's not bad. Now the tricky part's going to be trying to get it back on this exact spot. For now, I took a little piece of tape, put it on the back so I know a tiny little one in the front. Did that for all four, just so I can kind of sort of know the general position of this. But I'm going to take a drive right now and give you my impressions of this sitting for almost a week when it would absolutely have nice flat spots and feel like complete doggy poo-poo. So let's go check that out. So we're starting to warm up. I always make sure my vehicles warm up. Now I've been sitting outside for a few. Usually my garage is about 65 or so degrees, so my garage is usually nice and warm. I never really have to worry about cold starts. I just want to make sure about idling and whatnot. So I'm just gonna casually cruise here. This is a shitastically bumpy road, but I don't feel the obnoxiousness that I usually feel. So if anybody understands, I guess, the whole idea behind this, if you're a car person, I mean, if you're not a car person, you're not really looking at products like this anyway, but the one thing about driving a car that sits for a little bit, especially with softer compound type tires like this, it would be basically just the I guess that tiny little or depending on how long you haven't driven, it could be a lot worse than tiny. It could feel like you have a bent rim. Now granted, it's not a permanent thing by any means that I've experienced. I mean, some people, the longer you sit, the worse it gets. You could definitely permanently damage your tire, but for me, it hasn't been the case. I don't feel a single thing right now. I don't feel a single situation right now, which is actually funny and awesome. I kind of figured this was going to be the case, but I just wanted to make sure. I did my own little video on it, so I proved it to myself. that's the one thing I want you guys all to understand. No matter what you see on the internet, no matter, you know, what comes across your For You page on your little TikToks and stuff, don't just take it for face value. You have to experiment, go out and you know, check out your own stuff. You have to, look at that little guy. You have to basically figure things out on your own, because everybody's experience is different. It could be a different tire compound that's doing X this and Y that, and you know, it's a million reasons why something could be different. Who knows? Maybe we've got special New Jersey roads that are just completely dog crap, like they are, but they could be completely immune to Flatstoppers. Who knows? You never know. You never know unless you try in life. So again, that's that. I'm getting cotton mouth because I'm on antibiotics and all these pills from surgery that I had about 2 weeks ago, which I'll post more about that later. But thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you are an OCD OG, I truly appreciate you for sticking around and being a loyal mofo. Thank you very much. Hope everybody's having a great day. If you are in the market for not having some flat spots for a car that's parked, I would say 5 days or more, then this is the product for you. I love you all. God bless. I will leave a link in the description, and enjoy.